I am from a little city in Mexico, and it went from being very peaceful into becoming basically a war zone. There were shootings happening outside my house. People I knew got killed. It was very difficult. My dad decided that we had to come to the United States because it was safe here.
So after high school, I went to a community college for a little while. I realized it didn't work too well for me. I was going to be an auto tech, and I decided to give up with that. And then I went to boot camp and joined the Marine Corps. I was a pretty shy kid throughout high school, so that really pushed me out of my comfort zone. It pushed me physically and mentally. And then I got a letter in the mail about using my GI Bill, so I thought it was a good time to go for it. So I looked into Metro, and I saw that MSU Denver had a lot of veteran students and a lot of options.
It took me a while to realize that I really cared about people that were like-minded to me, and I really care about diversity and inclusivity and just representing underrepresented populations, so marginalized persons like I myself am and people in my community. And so MSU Denver seemed like a natural fit.
Do you have enough time for discussions?
So I'm queer, and that's always been, growing up, that was a little hard to be. It's challenging being not only queer, but a person of color on top of that. So it was difficult trying to grow up and navigating where I fit in, living in white spaces, being a person of color and queer.
I was born in Morelos, Mexico, which is a state in the south, 2 hours away from Mexico City, and I moved to Colorado when I was 6. Going to college and graduating, I knew it wasn't impossible, but it did seem like a dream that was really far out there. You know, my parents brought me here because they wanted a better future for me, and the only thing they asked about for me was to be a good student, and that's what I did. I was a good student, and I got good grades, and I joined programs, and I did community service, and I had my perfect resume, but the only thing I didn't have was a social security number.
Language was my biggest challenge. I couldn't read, and my first class was very heavy on reading, so it would take me hours to just finish a chapter. And this professor, she helped me very much. She will go over grammar and sentence structure, verb conjugation, and she will take her time to really teach me how to write English and to really understand the concepts. That meant the world to me. And I do want to do a master's in public administration. I really believe that I can help students that have faced the same challenges that I faced.
So I mean, when I transferred here, I changed completely from psychology to journalism, and then it was in my first semester here that I decided to take on a gender and sexualities minor. Mainly anything that'll let me really just write and continue work with my minor, so minority, LGBTQ, things like that, very intersectional work.
And then just discuss these 2 questions.
I think that it was, although challenging at times, I think that it provided a lot of opportunities to really connect to things that I wasn't aware about within my own identity and with other people. And so I would say overall it was very transformative experience.
My name is Sage Gonzalez. I'm majoring in marketing. Like I said, I was a shy person in high school, so I really wanted to push myself and see what I was capable of, and I figured marketing was probably one of the best ways to present a lot and to grow my confidence in myself, and also to dip my toes into everything else business related. The problem I saw is that we have created a system where we've taken away any dignity from animals for the purpose of profit. If there's ethical marketing, we can start to see a lot more focus on these ethical products. A lot of people don't see guys who were in football in high school and in the Marine Corps advocating for animal rights, but I thought that was something amazing that I was able to do while here. Yeah, I definitely see that as an opportunity for something I could do in the future.
As I said, I grew up as an undocumented student. When I was in high school, I found out that I was going to have to pay out-of-state tuition, and I started to get involved in Passing Colorado Asset. I started to share my story at the Capitol and was involved with a nonprofit and started to do a lot of work and activism. I was here when the Board of Trustees at the vote the year before Asset passed, And then I was also here when the governor signed the bill here. When I shared my story, I would say that if Colorado Asset passed, that was the best graduation gift that I could get. And now I will be crossing another graduation gift. And people ask me, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna practice law if you're undocumented? And I don't know. I didn't know how I was gonna go to college and get through 4 years and graduate, but I'm going to.
When I started here, I wanted to be invisible, basically. And I told myself, you're going to graduate someday, but no one will know that you ever existed in this school, probably. And then many things happened.
Please join me in congratulating Ariadna Ochoa Magallanes, recipient of the 2016 President's Award.
I was not expecting everything that's happened to me.
At some point of my life, I was afraid of getting killed, and I was afraid of speaking and sharing my opinions, but I conquered those fears. I decided that I was going to live, not just survive. Don't just survive, live. Congratulations, class of 2016. We did it.